Hey, this is Math 2 Unit 6, worksheet number 4, looking at dilations today. Okay, so we're going to talk about the dilation of going from one image to the other. And the idea here being when I look at a scale factor or what it's happening, I'm either reducing or I'm enlarging the image here. And when you talk about the scale factor dilation, what you might want to think about is thinking about if you take the new number and you put that over the original number, okay, that's going to help you out with the scale factor. All right, so in this first one, for example, we can see that our original is larger than here, so we're getting smaller. We would call that a reduction, right? We're getting smaller there. And what's happening, our new one happens to be a length of 1, and our original was a 2. So our scale factor is going to be a half, right? We're reducing it by a half. That's our scale factor there. Looking at the second one, similar idea here. We're going from a smaller to larger, so we are going to be enlarging it, right? This would be an enlargement there. And if we talked about our new over our new one happens to be 8 and our original was 4, and that becomes a 2 to 1, or a scale factor of simply 2. If you wrote it down as 2 or 2 to 1, those are both fine there, but our scale factor is 2. Meaning if this was a length of 3, I'd multiply it by 2 and get the new longer length, which would be, in that case there, 6. 3 is a great one just because of how it's just set up to make you pay attention here and be precise. I have a small one going to larger, so this is going to again be an enlargement in that case there. But I'm not just going 3 to 6, so be careful there. It's actually going 3 to the combined length. The combined length is actually 9. So my new length is 9 and my original length was 3, and that reduces down to 3 to 1 for my scale factor to be 3, or again 3 to 1. Okay, that's the idea there. For number 4, similar idea. We're going from a big one to a smaller one, so this would be a reduction in this case there. And we're going from our new one, which is 6, and our original was 9, and so that reduces down to a 2/3 reduction is our what's happening there. If you did 2/3 or if you did 2 to 3, that's okay as well. All right, and finally number 4, looking here, we're going from small to big, so this is going to be an enlargement. And this is not just 4 to 4, it's 4 to actually 8, right? So our new size is 8, our original size is 4, and that was an enlargement of scale factor of 2, or again 2 to 1. On the next 2 pages you have some shapes here they want you to plot out on the coordinate grid, and then on the grid then it wants you to use a dilation to write down what this thing would look like with a dilation and a scale factor. Okay, so let's look at the number 7. We're going to do the odd ones here, so we'll do one on this page and one on the next page here. It says dilate GHA by a factor of a half. So we're going to half, which means it's going to be smaller. Okay, it's going to be a reduction. Using J at 10,4 as a center of dilation. We'll get to that in just a second. Let's plot the points. First we have 8, 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And going up 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So here's where G is at. G is located there. H is going to be at 10, so this is 8, 9, 10, 12. 1, 2 more up. So here's H, located here. And then AI is going to be at 8, 14. So 12, 13, 14, and here's where I would be located, right there. So this is our initial shape here, like that. Okay, that's our first triangle. That's G, I, and H. So to do the scale factor, it says we want to use J at 10, 4 as a center of dilation. So 10 is here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So J is actually here. This is where 10, 4 is located. Meaning this is going to be the center of dilation. So everything's going to be reduced along this line here. Think of it like this. If I took a straight edge here, okay, I could connect the lines like this. I could connect this like that, point to point, and this point to point, like here, and then this one goes here like so. Alright, now my lines, I'm going to take this triangle and I'm going to reduce it half the size, but I want to do it also in terms of its distance to that center point right there. Alright, so in terms of center point, okay, couple things. This one happens to be, if we look at it, we are from the J point, we are 1, 2 over and going up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? So I'm going up 6 and over 2, like so. So half of that, I'm cutting it in half, I would actually go up 3 and over 1. So if I went over 1 and up 1, 2, 3, I could plot a point right here and I could call that G prime. Notice it's on the line that I drew initially, right? It's on that line, which it should be. These points should all be on the line if I drew it right. Now, I may not be perfect, but I'm close. The I is going to be, once I have one point, I could probably do the rest, right? Because I know this is a length of 1, 2, 3, 4, and my new length has to be half of that, so we're going to go up 2. So we go 1, 2, and I plot a point right here for I prime. H in my initial was going 1, 2 boxes over, but because I'm going only half of that, I'm going to go simply 1 box over, and we can call that H prime right there. So when I draw this out, my new triangle is going to be located here, and that's my new triangle. And so you can see how that works in terms of its relationship to our original, which we had up here. And all that was done by using our dilation, center of dilation point, okay, down here at this one here. And everything kind of follows these lines. So if it helps you, you could draw that line initially to at least know that your answers should be plotted on that line if you're doing your dilation the right way. Okay, so that's number 7. Let's take a look at the back side and let's look at number 9. Number 9 says to dilate the rectangle ABCD by a factor of 3. So this is going to be enlarging, right, times 3, using P as a center. So let's put our initial one down. We have negative 11, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And up 1, 2, 3. So there's A. We also have negative 11, 6. So 11, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6. Okay. And so here is this one. This is B. This one's at negative 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then up 3 and up 6. This is our C, and this is our D value. So for our first rectangle, we're sitting right here at this point. Okay. And then we want to take a look at our center dilation at negative 13, 3. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, we know, 12, 13. So P is actually located right there. So P is over here, and it's a couple away from A. We notice it's already 2 kind of clicks away there, right, from where A is at. Okay, just put a little note there for where we're starting at. Now, because I want the scale factor to be a scale factor of 3, that means the lengths are all going to increase by 3. My initial lengths here, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So I have a length of 5. I have a length here of 1, 2, 3. So my new one, if I'm just thinking about it out loud, is going to be 5 times 3, which is going to be 15, and that's going to be my length there. And my height will be 3 times 3, which is going to be 9. So I'm going to end up drawing a new rectangle. It's a 15 by 9 rectangle. But I need to keep in mind the center dilation, which was P. Okay? So initially, I was 2 units away from P with my first one. So I need to take this number and also multiply it by 3 to see how far away I need to start my A prime. My first A was 2 away. 2 times 3 is going to be 6. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 2 times 3 is 6, and I'm going to start my A prime at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units away from P. This is where I'm going to mark A prime at. A prime is going to be right there. Which makes my B prime we already decided is going to be 9 clicks up from where it was before. Alright? So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that's where B prime is going to be at right there. So B prime is going to be there. A prime is there. We also decided already we're going to go 15 units out. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 out to there. And that's going to be where our D prime would be. And then this one's going to go out there as well. How far am I going? Going all the way to there. And there's C prime right there. And we're good to go. So this is 9. This becomes 15. If you wanted to write the coordinates down, you could, but that's the idea. And that's it. That's all we're doing for today. Hope that helps you out a little bit, and we'll see you next time.